MetallicA warns their fans about online activity, and we're not talking about Napster. Crypto.com finally shows their coins. Are they the next FTX? Lodestar Finance wants help from their hacker. Coinbase is in trouble with the Supreme Court. And Caroline Ellison gets help from the SEC. Stick around to the end to hear about her involvement with the collapse of Terra Luna earlier this year. MetallicA scammers rock out. Legendary rock band MetallicA has become a victim of the crypto scam underworld. The heavyweight rockers, who have been one of the top-performing bands since the 80s, are sure to draw a lot of attention, especially when announcing an upcoming album. News of their second record, titled 72 Seasons, and tour dates, has given crypto scams some juicy bait to lure interested fans into a false sense of security. Insider reports that at least one faithful fan has fallen victim to the scam, which flooded social media soon after the mega group released their newest single, Lux Eterna. The only confirmed victim of the scam so far, a 51-year-old man from Manhattan, Kansas, lost a staggering $25,000 in Bitcoin to these scammers. Police reports filed in Riley County, Kansas, indicate theft by deception. This incident led the band to make an official statement on their Instagram page, warning their fan base of fake YouTube channels which claim to offer MetallicA Crypto giveaways. The post continues to state, "Let's be as clear as possible, these are scams." The band asks everyone to report any and all fraudulent YouTube channels and streams, along with other social media posts. At the time of reporting, it appears these scams have been stopped. However, several fans on Twitter have posted screenshots of the post or channels as warnings early on. Welcome to Crypto Inquiry, where we bring you the latest crypto news to keep you informed on important topics and changes. Nothing is meant as financial advice, and as always, do your own research. Crypto.com, the next FTX? Now that the dust has settled from the collapse of FTX and Alameda Research, the silver lining of transparency within the crypto space shows credibility among crypto exchanges. Crypto.com recently released their proof of reserves in an effort to quell rumors that they were next to fall after FTX. Proof of reserves is a process proposed by CZ of Binance, in an effort to give credibility to which exchanges are actually holding enough cryptocurrency assets to cover the listings on their platforms. Crypto.com released audited proof of reserves this past Friday, conducted by Mazars Group, a global audit, accounting, and consulting group, which showed all assets are backed one-to-one on the platform. In the Twitter post, Crypto.com states, quote, Mazars Group compared the assets held in on-chain addresses proven to be controlled by Crypto.com with customer balances through an auditor overseeing live query of a production database as of December 7th. This follows the trend of large exchanges showing proof they are not akin to the now defunct FTX. Crypto.com came under intense scrutiny when it moved a large sum of Ethereum to Gate.io shortly after the fall of Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX. Many quickly pointing out this large movement of roughly 285,000 Ethereum, which at the time was worth $347 million, was an effort to help mask Gate.io and Crypto.com's lack of coin holdings behind the scenes. After these allegations became very public, Crypto.com felt immense pressure to prove themselves. Chris Marszalek, CEO of Crypto.com, said the movement was a mistake. Clarifying in a Twitter post last month, he said, quote, it was supposed to be a move to a new cold storage address, but was sent to a whitelisted external exchange address. We worked with the Gate team and the funds were subsequently returned to our cold storage. New processes and features were implemented to prevent this from reoccurring. As suspicious as it appeared, especially at the time, Crypto.com looks to be credible. Do you think the large movement was a mistake? Let us know below. It definitely seems suspicious. Flash loan attack guts Lodestar of money. Lodestar Finance, a DeFi lending platform built off the Ethereum network, suffered massive losses. In a Twitter post, the company publicly acknowledged the platform was exploited, losing a sum worth $6.5 million. Protocol was exploited and deposits have been drained. We have set all interest rates to zero so that supply and borrow balances are not moving while we weigh recovery options. Lodestar continues explaining how the person or party was able to create an exploit. In simple terms, the exploiter manipulated the exchange rate of the token to make it 83% more valuable than it should have been. This allowed the exploiter to use the inflated token as collateral, removing all available liquidity on Lodestar Finance and make a hefty profit. The Lodestar Finance Twitter page has asked the exploiter to reach out to them so they can work together and come to a resolution. Quote, "If you are the hacker, reach out to us so we can find a white-hat agreement and move on. Recovering the funds of our users is the main priority, and we will generously reward your collaboration." Lodestar has also stated they will use Debank to attempt to contact the hacker at the 3 addresses used during the exploit. Looking at Etherscan, the addresses are now named Lodestar Exploiter. If you were the hacker, would you reach out to Lodestar or continue to hide? We would love your take on this situation in the comments. U.S. Supreme Court to hear crypto case. The U.S. Supreme Court could be dealing with a cryptocurrency lawsuit. News emerged that the ultimate court of the land would hear an appeal from Coinbase, a large crypto exchange. 2 customers filed complaints against Coinbase. However, the exchange seeks to settle with a private arbitration. The appeal filed by Coinbase Global Inc. has been brought to the highest court in response to a user lawsuit. Abraham Bielski claims Coinbase is solely responsible for a $31,000 loss to a scammer after providing the latter with remote access to Bielski's account. The Supreme Court has decided to review whether 2 planned class actions from Coinbase consumers can proceed. According to Neil Katyal, the attorney representing Coinbase, quote, "We are thrilled that the Supreme Court consented to examine our appeal, and we eagerly await its ruling on this case." Coinbase users have sued the company in California District Court, accusing Coinbase of breaking the law by advertising a Dogecoin sweepstakes in June of 2021. The case was considered by the Supreme Court on Friday, December 9, 2022. The 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals rejected Coinbase's earlier appeals for both cases. Neil Katyal, representing Coinbase before the Supreme Court, argues that the justices should consider the company's appeal due to a clear judicial disagreement on the matter. SEC defends Caroline Ellison. Did she cause the Terra Collapse? Bloomberg reports Caroline Ellison, former CEO of Alameda Research, will be represented by Stephanie Avakian. Avakian, a former top crypto regulator for the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, currently sits as the chair of the Securities and Financial Services Department at law firm WilmerHale. Avakian is no stranger to crypto. While a part of the SEC, she was a director at the Enforcement Division, responsible for expanding cryptocurrency oversight, famously bringing cases against Robinhood and Ripple Labs, who is still involved in their court case against the SEC. According to the WilmerHale website, Ms. Avakian oversaw the division's approximately 1,400 professionals and staff. During her 4 years leading the division, the SEC brought more than 3,000 enforcement actions, obtained judgments, and orders for more than $17 billion in penalties and disgorgement, and returned approximately $3.6 billion to harmed investors. At least 7 class action lawsuits have been filed against FTX, notably Sam Bankman-Fried and his colleagues. Federal prosecutors are now investigating if Sam Bankman-Fried may be involved in the Terra ecosystem collapse earlier this year. Evidence has surfaced showing the initial flood of sell orders on Terra USD. Terra's algorithmic stablecoin came from Alameda Research, which Sweet Caroline was recently the CEO of. Do you think Caroline and Sam Bankman-Fried were involved in the Terra Luna collapse back in May? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. See you next time.